So today we are going to address mealybugs. I bought an orchid over the Mother's Day weekend and didn't realize until we got her home that she had a few mealybug riders on her, as well as two other plants that I bought at the same place. So I've been treating her off and on for the past 3 weeks for mealybugs, but recently one of her leaves came off. So I'm kind of unsure. I have not unpotted her at all, just been watering her and fertilizing her. So I'm a little unsure of what is actually in the pot. So I'm going to have to address this issue of the leaf turning yellow and falling off. And it was here. And seeing what the leaves look like and if there is any more mealybugs within the potting medium. So we're going to have to address this today. We're going to address this today and unpot this Phalaenopsis and see what's in the pot. So let's get started on this today. This is a Phalaenopsis Bellina, and so I'm going to remove the tag on her and get ready to unpot her. I am wearing gloves because I'm not sure what is inside this pot, so I want to be aware and be prepared for what might be in the pot. So I am going to wear gloves to keep from any spreading any disease any further than need be. So it's always good to wear protective gloves when you're dealing with a potential situation that might be beyond what you expect, to put it kindly. So let's unpot her. Okay, so I think most of the moss is removed. So I'm just going to take a little closer look at the medium itself and see if I see anything. And I'm also going to take a look at the roots before I rinse them, just to see when I see if I see anything, just to know what if I'm dealing, just to know what I'm dealing with. If there is more mealy bugs, or if I see anything that looks suspicious, then I can just go from there. Okay, so I see some openings and some broken roots within the pot. So I'm going to go ahead and treat her as if she does have mealybugs. I don't see any, but I see some damage. So I'm just going to go ahead and treat her just as a precautionary measure, treat her as if she does have mealybugs, because at this point I am really concerned because of the broken vellum and in different spots. So I'm just going to go ahead and treat her. And I will rinse off her roots right now with water. Rinse her off and clean the roots off with water. And then I'm going to treat the roots with the insecticide. I don't know. This is also some of the vellum that is broken off from the roots. And these look pretty green. So they had to have broken off for a reason. So I'm just going to treat her as if she does have mealybugs in her roots that are attacking the roots, because I don't see a reason why these would have been broken off unless there was something attacking the roots itself. So I'm just going to treat her as if she does have mealybugs. We're going to get her cleaned up and clean our area up, and we'll be right back. Okay, so she is cleaned up. We just rinsed her roots, carefully rinsed her roots with water and cleaned them all off as much as we could. And we were careful not to get water in the center and her crown, because that is the growth point of your Phalaenopsis. And you don't want to get water in the crown. If you ever do, just take a paper towel and gently suck the water out with a paper towel in the center of in the crown of your Phalaenopsis orchid. This is the growth point. This is where all your new leaves will emerge from. So it's very important to never get that wet, or let water seep and pool within this section here. Okay. All right. So she is cleaned off and cleaned up. So I'm going to treat her now with a fungicide and then with an insecticide, so that if any mealybug offsprings were in the medium and below the surface, we will attack those and kill them off, thus killing off the cycle of mealybugs. All right. Now that she is cleaned off with a fungicide, we are going to treat her with an insecticide, which will kill off any future mealybugs. Thus destroying and killing the cycle of mealybugs on this plant. Potential mealybugs on this plant. And for that, I'm going to use neem oil for the spray. Neem oil is very concentrated, so you might want to have a fan on or do it outside. I'm just going to run my fan in my house, in my room here, and to keep the odor down, as it is very, very strong. And we're just gonna do it that way. Filming. Okay. So we have a pretty well sprayed off. Any potential mealybugs, so we have a pretty well sprayed off. And make sure that creases and crevices here as well, as they like to hide in the creases and the crevices as well. And I'm just glad that it wasn't a huge infestation. I'm just glad it wasn't a lot of mealybugs. Infestation of mealybugs. Just glad. So I am treating her roots. I'm just going to let this sit for a few minutes, just to get the roots, make sure they are clean and saturated with the neem oil. And it is a little strong, so that's why I have a fan on. But I will turn it off for a few minutes. It's strong, but I've definitely smelled worse. Alright. I'm just going to let that sit. Okay, so after spraying her roots and leaves with neem oil, I let her lay bare root for several weeks. And I sprayed her roots with water at least once a day. And at some point, her roots began to look a little dry, so I did a little water culture on her, alternating days of letting her sit in the water and drying out alternate days. This concludes part 1 of this video.